Hello, my name is Christian, also known as Cres or Cres in social media. You can find all my profiles in the link that it will be in the description. And I'm an artist in different medias like tattooing, murals, illustrations, comics, and more other things. The important part here will be my job as a tattoo artist, as I'm going to show you which details and what part of the design you will have to take care when you're doing a design for a tattoo. Because no, any design cannot work as a tattoo, as you have to know how the ink works when it arrives to the skin and how does it heal. A tattoo, when it's just done and fresh, it's not the same that a tattoo that you can see in 10 years, 20 or in 30 years. Because remember, the tattoo is something that you will have forever, and we as a tattoo artist, we take care that that tattoo looks as long as possible, and sometimes even better after a couple of years of healing. Because yes, even it sounds a bit crazy, some tattoo artists, their work looks much better after 6 months or a bit longer of healing. Right now I'm working in a tattoo studio in Barcelona called OG Studio. It's near Plaza España in Gran Via, and you can find me and other artists to get your designs done. The first and important part of a tattoo is knowing where it's going to be and what size it's going to have. Because when we create a design for a tattoo, what we try to do is that it works with the anatomy, and when you're moving your body, it flows with it. A lot of times you can see a lot of tattoos that they're basically not thought at all of how they will work and how it's going to be the movement on it when the body moves. At the moment of taking the photos for creating the design, don't have the phone in an angle as you can see in the video, because if you don't have the phone parallel with the skin or the part of the body that you are going to have the design, it's going to create a deformation on the size, and in the moment that you're going to print it, it's not going to match the area that you had in the photo, that the area of the real body. And it's important that when you're taking the photo, the body is in a relaxed position and stand up. I'm working with the Artist 16 second generation that works really well. I've been having that for more than a year and never had a problem with it. Before starting to work on the design, we're going to talk about how easy it's to set up XP pens, and you will see that it's super intuitive. Even you can add different programs on it, as I usually have just only configuration the pressure of the pen on the drawing programs. The first thing that you should do is always do a quick calibration of the pen. It's super easy. You can see the X's here, and you just only have to press where are the X's, and it's important that your head is in the same spot that it will be in the usual times when you are drawing. Otherwise you have a different configurations here that I never touch. I pretty much only do the calibration, and then here I go to the setups for the pen, where I usually create this curve. The good thing of this configuration is that you can do a super thin line, just passing the pen over it, and if you do a higher pressure you can manage to get a more thicker and an end, like if you were working with a brush. For the tattooing, it's that different styles that they work with this kind of different thickness of the lines, and if you prefer working with always the same thickness of the line, you have two options. Basically change the pressure, taking off the pressure on the app, that it's super easy. It depends on the app, you will find the configuration super quick, and then the line will work always with the same thickness. The other way is just taking the sensibility to the higher spot, and then even having the pressure on the app, you'll see that pretty much except the end of it will be the same thickness. My other configurations that I have is the low button of the pen. I usually have the space as a configuration, because in pretty much all the apps for drawing, the space activates the hand that you can move the frame around, and that's super handy because with a quick click you can move your canvas. And the best part of it is that you have 10 buttons in the left side or in the right side. If you switch it, that will give you 10 shortcuts. The lower button I usually always leave it as a changing screen, so I can work in both screens with using the same tablet. Even if it's not touching directly the screen, the configuration goes perfectly, as you can see here, that it's that area and it's basically proportional, and you can adapt easy to drag up and down stuff from your screen. From having photos in the top part, just click it, press the button, and we'll drag it to your canvas. The rest of the buttons, what I do is that in here I write it in Spanish, and as I'm from Spain, but the first button I usually have it as the brush, second as the eraser, third as the selection tool, and fourth for moving objects. And in them you have some textures on the button, so without looking at them you can know which is the 0, 1, 2 and 3 for how they feel. And then in the middle ones what I have is undo and redo, so you have it like super easy in the middle, and then you can play around. In the two following ones what I have, it's just a zoom, so you can zoom in, like move super quickly, zoom out, and if you want to undo, you undo super quick, just move to the eraser, move again to the pen, to the brush, and all that with a super quick and easy way. And that's why pretty much I love the XP pen, because you can work super quickly, super comfortable, and it adapts to any app that you are doing. Even sometimes these videos I edit them with the tablet, because I have configuration for the buttons too, and sometimes with the pen it's easy than with the mouse. Now we will continue with the design. The first step that I usually do is try to know what the person wants for the design, and then I will do brainstorm and try to make all the ideas around. But in this case I'm going to make something more simple, and I'm going to just create my character for being able to cover that part of the arm. As you can see, I'm doing different sketches. It's important not to just do one sketch and stay with it. It's good for the creativity and to arrive to a better result, to do different doodles or thumbnails, and with a super quick sketch you will be able to see the flow and how it fits on the arm. And after that you will have different ideas, and then you can play around them, choose the 2-3 that you like more, make a mock-up and add it over the arm, and then it's when I recommend to start doing the final lines, so you are more efficient and you don't lose that much time. It's very important to know what can be done on the skin and heal properly with the years. A lot of the art right now, it focuses on how does it look the first day on the photo, but they are not thinking on how will look in 10 years. And remember, a tattoo it's something that you will wear forever, and hopefully it's going to be more than 10 years. The ink will go in something that it's not like a paper, it's the skin, and the skin it's a lot of cells that will be moving during the years and years. Not even the tattoo of a professional, with the time it always expands 1 millimeter or something like that. All depends on the area of the tattoos, the ink, and different variables. And that's why you will try to avoid a lot of thin lines all too much together, because that what will create it's just black spot with the time.